Okay, I would like to introduce Mr. Lakshmi ma'am. She did her BTech in Nagpur University, and she completed her MTech in Guru Nanak institutions. She is having total 17 years of teaching experience, and she is presently working as an associate professor in Guru Nanak institutions, and she is pursuing a PhD uh, uh, in Nalgonda University. So I would welcome Lakshmi ma'am to present her lecture. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction.
You can start, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, guys. So today I'm going to start a small lecture. I'm going to give a small lecture. It is based on singularity. Okay, so this topic, the word you can see singularity. It is the most debated topic nowadays. Okay, if you see any tech shows or TED talk shows or anything, you will see that the most debated topic that you're having is what it is on singularity. Okay, but if we go for the physical meaning of this singularity, see guys, just we are seeing, but if I'm talking in terms of a physical term, physics, if I'm related talking with respect to a term related with respect to physics, what you can see, it is describing a point in space and time where the power of the gravitational field becomes infinite. Okay, so by the name only you can say if the gravitational field is becoming infinite means what, we human beings cannot exist. Okay, but when I'm talking about the singularity in terms of a technological singularity, okay, so means what, our computer or whatever you're using nowadays, our technology, it will be so advanced that it is going to control us human beings. Okay, now only the controlling power has started. Okay, means now if you look at the present scenario, what it is the most debated topic, I'm saying a lot of people are worried that we are quite close to the set technological singularity. Okay, so guys, just suppose, just one example I'm giving. Suppose you want to know what the word singularity is. Okay, suppose now we human beings, we are creating a machine. Okay, so what we are going to do, we want to make the machine more, little bit more technically sound, we want to make it. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to give it a capability to improve by itself. One machine I have designed. Okay, and that machine, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give some power to the machine key, you technically advance yourself or technically go for a enhanced version by yourself. Okay, without my interference or without any human interference. Yes guys, just one small thing, am I audible guys?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Yes, madam, you are audible, madam. You
Okay.
are audible. Lakshmi, madam, you are audible.
Okay, so now just, okay sir. Okay, so just now suppose we humans, we are creating a machine. Okay, so now what I'm to that machine, I'm giving little bit capability that you enhance yourself or you go for another advance without my interference or without any human interference. Okay, so what will happen? The machine, it will start improving itself. Okay, means without a human interference, the machine is going to improve itself. Again, it is going to create a new machine. The new machine, again, it is going to create yet another machine. Okay, so what will happen, a new technology will be developed. Okay, and in this technology what will happen, we human beings, we won't be knowing what that technology is. Okay, and there won't be any interference related with respect to human beings. Okay, so that what is going to happen, the cycle is going to repeat itself. Okay, and a process will come where the machine, it is going to self define itself. Okay, so that part of the technology, it is going to be known as what, your technological singularity. Okay, Okay, so we are going to discuss about that topic only, and it is the most discussed topic nowadays. So guys, just you can look at the slide, you can see here the technological singularity is a point of time in which machines gain the ability to develop itself or themselves without any human interference. Okay, leading to a cycle of self improvement in which we humans cannot understand. Okay, whatever the technical development has been taken place due to the machine only. Okay, so in that what in that we humans are not there, we humans are not involved. Okay, so guys, now here uh, you can see in the this slide when we go for this technological similarity. So normally what happens, I think you must have heard, uh, normally what it is, the you can say what it is, the era of the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is playing a very important role. Okay, so now here when we are talking about this singularity term, okay, so here what is going to happen, uh, means what we are giving the machine the more power to learn by itself. Okay, means a technology we are talking about is what, a machine learning. The machine is going to learn by itself. Now what will happen, the machine will become better in its task. Okay, so by its learning it is going to get more better and better, and it will be more better compared to a human's technology whatever we have developed. So that will be the main turning point. So this turning point, it has was tested with the help of an experiment. Okay, so before that, what now, when you're going to have the singularity, that century when it is going to come, so till now what different predictions have been taken place. So normally what they are thinking that it will take 3 decades, okay, or you can say 30 years for having that century to come. Okay, so here you can see here one small example, one prominent figure, Ray. Okay, so he's the Google Director of Engineering. Okay, so he has given that the singularity shall occur sometime in the next 3 decades. So, guys, now we are going to go for the next slide. Here you can see what a test has been given. Okay, it is known as what your Turing test. So, normally, I think all of you know about the Alan Turing. He was the main encryptor in the World War II. His name was what, Alan Turing. Okay, so the Turing test also, it has come by his name only. So now in this what, actually this process is started, means what, the Germans, they have a device. Okay, a device, they had designed a device. The device was called as what, Enigma. Okay, Enigma. It was called as what, Enigma device. Okay, it was an encrypted device. So for that, now Alan Turing, he invented a machine to break the encryption. Okay, and the device, it now what the device, whatever the device he has used for the breaking of the inscription, that device, it is the basic tool for all our computers or any modern devices that you're using on today. Okay, so it is one of the basic part of what your artificial intelligence. So this device, whatever the device, it was invented in 1950. So here you can see here, when we are talking about the Turing test. So here you can see here what, it is a imitation game. You can see the game. You can see I have put a one small diagram. You can see here you're having a, means the questions you've been asked to a human and a computer both at the same time. Okay, the test involves a human questioner and a human respondent and a computer respondent. You can see all the three things are present. So what happens when a question is asked, the questioner, he has to judge in which terminal a computer is present and in which terminal a human is present. Okay, so according to that, what the difference, now when I talking about a computer, the reply whatever the requirement is, it is very fast. Okay, but it is making it into a natural thing. Okay, so it has to judge in which terminal you are going to have a computer present and which it is going to be a human. Okay, so that test, it is known as what, your Turing test. So you can see here, as nowadays when you are going for this performance of the Turing test, you can see, means it is becoming more and more difficult to identify where you are going to have the humans present and where you are going to have the computer respondent present. Okay, so that was the main thing that is going, means what, the difference in terms of your human and the computer, it is reducing. Okay, it is becoming very difficult to identify in terms of a human and a computer. Okay, now when I'm talking about this singularity, okay, so means it can be what, we can have a dollop state also, or we can have what, we can have the negativity of a given thing also, or we can have the positivity also. Okay, so suppose if I'm talking in terms of the medical term, so what, a development in terms of singularity, what will happen, the development will be more. Okay, so you can see here, many with singularity, many fields, especially the field of medicine and biotechnology shall be revolutionized. Okay, so here when I'm talking about the medical field, so nowadays what we already, nowadays what already we are relying on this, what it is, ICD. You can see here, implantable cardiac defibrillator. Okay, so it is called as what, your ICD. Okay, so which can be implanted in the heart of a woman. Okay, and what happens, this it is checking, just nowadays what it is checking, the uh, woman's heartbeat. Okay, but what you can make it into a, okay, so you can make it into such a vast technology that what, it can control the human beat. Means suppose if the human beat becomes irregular, okay, so what it can do, it can send electrical shocks. Okay, so that it will try to stabilize the human beat. Okay, so that is what it will be, the recent development. Okay, but if I go for further developments related in terms of medical term, what you can say, it can control the heartbeat. Okay, it can stabilize the heartbeat. Okay, so now if we see that now there will be a rise of similar devices. Now this is what one of the device, but what will happen, more further devices are going to come. So now that devices, they will be called as what, nanobots. Okay, so this devices. Okay, and they will be capable of entering our bodies, any human body, they will be capable of entering our bodies, and they are going to repair any damage, whatever the bone or the cell we are having in our body, they will be capable of repairing those. Okay, so now what will happen, so this is what it is, very plus point, means what, if I'm having a cancer problem, cancer cells can be eradicated. Okay, so now here what will happen, now suppose the same nano, whatever the nanobots I'm having, if I go for, means if I start imagining, means what other things they can do to ourselves. Okay, so what can happen, means you can see here, the one point I have given here, means suppose if I'm talking about this nanobots only, so what will happen, they can more enhance, they can be placed in our head, and we can, if they are placed in our head, we can directly access the internet through our minds only, we can access the internet. Okay, and we will be super intelligent. But what will happen, okay, but now here when I go further into the singularity, okay, this is what one of the positive points when we are talking about the singularity. Okay, but when I'm talking about, if I see further into the singularities, okay, so guys, now here you can see what, you can be having many drawbacks also. So the dangers of the singularity, many of the technologies that we use nowadays are too I think all of you heard about the elections. Okay, the elections that took place in 2016. Okay, so mainly I think you remember, this USA elections that took place.
Madam, your voice is breaking.
Madam, your voice is not audible, ma'am.
2016. Okay, so mainly I think you remember.
Hello? Ma'am, you are not audible. You are not audible, ma'am.
You must have internet point कर दी.
Madam,
Ma'am.
your voice is not
Okay,
audible.
ma'am. Now okay.
Yes, sir. That
Yeah, yeah,
net connection
yeah.
has
Okay,
gone out,
okay.
sir. Just I will. I'm connecting with the mobile sir, hotspot.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Now, okay, sir. Okay, so guys, when I'm talking about the first, we have started seeing the drones. Okay, and it has become a normal thing for us to go in terms of drones. Means what, we can start manufacturing. Means we are doing it by ourselves. It is a way of doing the experiment, or doing a better experiment. We go for the drones also. Okay, so now when I'm talking about this, we can see here as as the years are going to come, we are going to what, we are going to manipulate itself. Now when we are talking about this drone, okay, so you can see here what, the drones, they have given the intelligence. Okay, they can be used in the war, and they are being given the intelligence key. You can identify the enemy and you can attack it. Okay, so what if starts enhancing itself? So what will happen? It will going to means it is going to create a more bigger problem. Okay, so no humans that is riding a drone, and it is entirely the decision of the machine on the target. It is the decision of the machine, and therefore the machine holds the power to release the weapon of mass destruction. Okay, so this is what it is. The important thing means what, the drone itself, it is going to identify, or it is going to means have its own learning, machine learning. It's going to have its own learning, and it is going to go in terms of the destruction. Whatever the destruction has to be created, it is going to take its own decision. Okay, so that is what it is, one of the point that has, that always arises. Okay, so one small conclusion here, here you can see, means when we are going for the conclusion, we can see here, we discovered the power to break atoms and discovered nuclear power. We have created weapons capable of destroying the world, and also power plants that can power the world. Means what, when we are talking in terms of this atoms, okay, when we are talking in terms of nuclear bomb, we have seen the positive side also and the negative side also. Okay, so the same thing you can say, what you can talk in terms of the singularity also. Means what, it can be either it can be means you can also in terms of what, it will be realizing the humanity also. Means what, you can be having the pros and cons related with respect to singularity. Okay, so now guys, it is the matter of time. Means in the future generation, it will be the matter of time, when we can find out what is going to happen. Okay, so that was about the singularity. Yes guys, if
దీనికోసం వెళ్తున్నా అంటాడు సార్. నువ్వు వెళ్ళావనుకో వీళ్ళందరికీ మంచి జరుగుతుంది అంటాడు. నాకేమవుతుంది సార్? నాకేందుకు? కరెక్టే సార్, కరెక్ట్ లాజిక్, మంచి లాజిక్. నువ్వు దీని గురించి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాను చెప్పాలి కదా అంటాడు.
Correct, sir.
Dear all, please maintain silence. Please mute yourself.
మిగతా వాళ్ళకైనా ఎఫెక్ట్ పడుతుంది అని.
Please mute yourself. Srinivas sir.
Srinivas sir, mute yourself.
okay guys, I think I'm audible, all of you.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you
Okay,
can continue.
so guys, okay, yes guys, just keeping the slides apart, just one small, means I like reading books. Okay, so one book, it had come 3 years back. Okay, the author was Dan Brown, and the book was Origin. Okay, in that book, just he talked about how the technology, it is going to interface with our life. Okay, and what are the changes, a new evolution is going to take place in terms of human, and what the changes will be. Everything it has been told in the book. Means how our human being, a new evolution. Means what, every 1,000 year one evolution happens. Okay, so in the origin book that he has told what the new evolution, it will be in terms of human and technology, both will be combined, and the new evolution of human race is going to take place in terms of technology. Okay, so in that book now, the human he had given the machine, okay, so much importance, or the intelligence he had given it. So the machine only decided, okay, whether he has to assassin the author, okay, the main author or the main person who had created the machine. The machine only assassin the author to give the more plus points or the benefits. For the machine it was a plus point, okay, but when we talk in terms of human, it is a negative point for us. So just anything can happen when I'm going in terms of the singularity. Anything can happen. Okay, you can have the plus points also, you can have the negative points also. So it will depend how the future is going to take us. Okay, so guys, anyone wants to go for the discussion with this, you can talk about it.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of singularity, ma'am?
Actually, if I go in terms of physics now, okay, so as we go in terms of just, if I'm talking about in terms of physics only, so it is what it is giving the infinite gravitational field. It is an infinite gravitational field.
Everyone,
Okay,
please mute.
but when I'm talking in terms of technological
Now, okay, madam. Please, Lakshmi madam, continue, madam. It is clear.
singularity, yes, sir. So nowadays, now, okay,
Ma'am, continue, ma'am.
okay, ma'am, it's okay.
Madam, continue, madam.
What is the use of singularities, ma'am? Singularity.
Actually, there is means it is a era or the evolution. Means I can't say in terms of use or anything. Just it is a evolution that is our future.
Oh, madam.
Okay, a debated topic, which is the most debated topic nowadays. If you go for any technological talk or TED talk, anything, if you see, it is the most debated topic. Means what is going to be the future if we are going to place everything in the hands of the machine.
Okay. Students can also ask if you want to clarify anything. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your session. You have taken a wonderful session on new upcoming evaluation, and we are very much thankful for your valuable speech on singularity. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, all the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.